Hey, good morning everyone. Happy Monday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Wish you were here with me. I'm down at the very south end of that mile-long beach at Delnor-Wiggins State Park. Gonna take a little stroll up the beach. Wait for that sun to get up over the treetops. It's about 20 after 7. 72 degrees. Gonna stay a little cooler today. Get up into the maybe upper 80s. And we're from 86, 88 in Naples. Some places will hit 90 here in Southwest Florida. We got some rain on its way. We'll be seeing a little rain tomorrow. It's that storm that's been ravaging the heartland. It's not going to be, we're not going to have any severe weather, thankfully. But let's not forget about those that have been dealing with that awful weather and the flooding. Let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers while we're enjoying these beautiful views of our beautiful beach. Water temperature 78, 79. Looks a little rougher here than it was yesterday. That wind right now coming out of the south, it's going to shift around to the southwest later. So the surf will pick up when that happens. Hit that share button. Let everybody know you found me here. I'd appreciate that. If you've been out to the park lately, if you've been down on the south end of the beach, you may have noticed something here. They've pushed that pile of sand, that berm, back to into the dunes. You notice that? Remember we used to have that ridge of sand running down here in Area 1? It's still up the beach further, but here they just kind of graded it off, tapered it all off. So you got more beach to enjoy down here at the south end of the park. But remember, if you sit on the beach down here, you are in the park. You need to pay your entrance fee. Just because you don't come in through the park entrance, this is part of Delnor-Wiggins. Keep that in mind. A lot of folks just think, oh, well, we'll bypass those fees and sit down there. Nope, if you're up here, you're in the park. And if you're not paying, technically you're trespassing. So keep that in mind. And please stay on this side of the ropes. Stay out of the park, off the dunes. Got a breeze blowing. It's going to be another breezy day here in paradise. Green flag flying though, so that's a good sign. Gorgeous, isn't it? That mile-long stretch of beach. Heaven on earth. A little piece of paradise here in North Naples. I love it. I do wish you were here with me. Probably only going to do one live feed this morning. Monday mornings, nobody really comes on. It's very slow on Facebook. I wasn't even going to do a live feed, but I'm like, yeah, I need the exercise. Figure I'll go for a walk. If I'm at the beach, I might as well share it with my beach family. You wishing you were here? Look at that beautiful sky. Wow. Boy, yesterday, holy Moses, was Vanderbilt Beach crowded. By the time I got done recording my beach report and getting the heck off the beach down there at Vanderbilt Beach Park, it was crazy, the people that were just showing up at the beach. It was a beautiful morning. Can't blame them. That is not my cup of tea, though. A crowded beach like that. People just packed in tighter than a can of sardines. Boy, sand's almost as hard as concrete right here. It's like walking on the sidewalk. Wow. That band of color is absolutely glorious. Look at that. Love the sound of the waves. I don't like what they do to the beach, washing it away, but I love the sound of those waves and that extra serotonin that they kick up into the air. It's nice. They've done a lot of grading here. We still have a little ridge here from from last week. We had a little bit of rougher waters, so we had a little erosion, so we got a little ridge running along here, but they've knocked that pile down here. And it looks to me like they've moved the ropes out closer to the water, made the dune area wider back in here, which is a good thing. Coming up to parking lot 1, you can see the green porta potties over there. The gates open at 8 o'clock, so the park is not open yet. Remember that when you're walking the beach. If you come out early for a walk like me, stay out of the park. sun's just getting ready to come up over the tree line. I can see it. There's a little notch over in there. You can see it right in there. Awesome. Didn't see anybody waiting at the front gate this morning to get in. Usually on weekends there's some cars lining up early to make sure they get a parking spot, with only 2 parking lots being open. At least I think there's still only 2 parking lots open. Song of the sea. These clouds are awesome. Very cloudy out there in the Gulf this morning. Do have some blue up here though in between the clouds above me. Tide is on its way in, by the way. High tide is just a little bit after noon at Wiggins Pass. Hey, a quick thank you to those of you that have helped out with my eye surgery. Those of you that have made a donation to my GoFundMe page. You can find a link to that in the description of this post. About 40 people out of 75,000 followers have contributed. That's between YouTube and Twitter, Facebook. 40 out of that. Thank you very much. A couple of you have made a few donations. I do thank you for that, like Steve Gifford. Thank you, Steve. Well, we got 7 days left to reach that goal. If I don't hit that goal, no eye surgery. That's gonna suck. We'll see. We'll see what the man upstairs has in store for me. That's who's in control. like this. As I always say, the only thing that could make it better is if you were walking beside me. Coming up to parking lot 2 now. I love those clouds. It's awesome out here this morning. It's still quiet. Normally I'd be up at the, pardon me, the other end of the beach here. I'd be up by Wiggins Pass. I got off to a little bit of a late start this morning. And I was exhausted when I got up this morning. My average distance over the past 7 days for walking has been about just a little over 8 miles for my morning walks. So that wears me out. A couple walks, I walk more than 10 miles. And I didn't do a big walk one day, so that knocked down my average. Good morning, sunshine. We love seeing our sunshine. Boy, Clam Pass was beautiful yesterday morning, wasn't it? Did you see any of those photos or videos that I shared? Absolutely glorious. I love it down there at Clam Pass. I wish it was closer. Feels so good. It did hit 80 degrees, the water temperature, a couple days ago. Right now, like I said, it's 78, 79. Yeah, it depends where you're at. It sure does feel good. Washing over my toes. can't get over how quiet it is here as far as beach walkers. Yeah, Monday. Folks have to go to work. I don't know what's in store for us tomorrow weather-wise. They're talking about rain in the morning, maybe. It's isolated throughout the day. I don't know what that means. Yeah, forecast. It'll be a whole different forecast by tomorrow morning. As you can see, we still have our big mound of sand here. Once we get up past area 2. I guess that's the signal. When that mound of sand gets leveled out, that's when parking lot 3 is going to be opened. It's going to be interesting to see what parking lots 3 and 4 look like. Hopefully they're going to be in good shape. They were brand new just before the hurricanes. Both parking lots number 3 and 4, they had just repaved. They were beautiful. And then along came Helene and Milton. I hope that beautiful pavement hasn't been all chewed up. Hey, good morning. Remember that beautiful band of color we were watching out here just, what, 10 minutes ago? I love sharing my mornings with you. I'm assuming you enjoy my beach walks, or you wouldn't be watching. Remember, I do depend on you to make ends meet each month. Keeping my Southwest Florida television Facebook page and YouTube channel up and going is pretty much a full-time job, but I'd rather be doing that than something else. So keep that in mind as you follow along. Every once in a while, tips are greatly appreciated. They're appreciated all the time. I'm just saying, if every once in a while you want to throw a little tip my way, I would highly appreciate that. That's what keeps me going. In these tough times, crazy times, you can find a link to my PayPal and Venmo account in the description of this post, as well as that link to my GoFundMe page. If you want to bypass those fees that GoFundMe charges you, use the Venmo or PayPal account. There's no fees on your end for that. I did notice we have some anonymous donors. I thank you, but I wish I knew who you were. That drives me crazy. Good morning. Oh, there's a lot of shells out in the water and right up along the shoreline. I wish that I could see them. It's just a big blur to me right now. I am so looking forward to being able to do some shelling again during my morning walks. That was fun. Thank you, Barbara Grove, for sharing your knowledge about seashells with us. Not only did she teach me, but she taught a lot of you all out there watching as well about what washes up on our beaches here. I've seen some crazy things wash up on this beach. Our friend Sleeveless Mike, as we call him, Shark-Tooth Mike, not too long ago, I don't know, a few weeks ago, he came walking up the beach. He's like, hey, do you want this? I'm like, sure. At night, he found a nice little tripod. It looked brand new, a little camera tripod washed up on the beach. I'm like, absolutely. I was thinking about buying one. Now I don't have to spend the 50, 60 bucks on the little thing. Thank you, thank you. Took it home, washed the sand all off it, cleaned it up, and it's great. Now I gotta get some kind of adapter for the iPhone for it. I'm trying to figure out how you do that. I'm thinking about doing maybe multiple live feeds at sunset. I don't know if I can pull it off. That'll be after I get my new eyeballs, if that happens. But I'll do one, I'll just lock the camera off on a tripod for sunset, and then I'll do another one where I just kind of walk the beach. So there'll be two feeds going at the same time. I think I can do that on Facebook. There's two separate phones. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? One, just the view of the beach and the sunset and the sounds of Mother Nature. The other, more of a look at what's going on during sunset. That's how I started my live feeds, was just, I had like a light stand that I clamped my phone on back in the old skybox when that was still up there at the north end of Area 3, and I just let the camera roll. Thinking I got to be getting up into Area 4 by now. Got another tripod for me? I was just telling people about some of the things that wash up on the beach.
You would not believe it.
I can't imagine. I've seen some crazy stuff myself.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy stuff.
Crazy. You using that?
Yeah. I just took it home, cleaned it off real good, got all the salt water off it. Works fine. It's great.
Perfect.
I was been wanting to buy one and just keep putting it off. Now I know why. See you later. Yeah, there's a lot of things I would like to buy, but you know how that goes. I tell you what, I am very apprehensive, I guess is the word, about my eye surgery. A couple of reasons, but I'm 67 years old, and I have never, ever had surgery in my life. The most I've ever had growing up as a kid was, and a young adult, was maybe some stitches in the ER. That's about it. And cataract surgery isn't really a big deal, but it's still surgery. They put you under, half under, they call it a twilight anesthesia. I'm like, oh boy, it sounds like it's going to be fun. So I'm just like, and what's got me on pins and needles is paying for it. That is the big thing. I'm just praying to God that it all comes together. And when it does, if it does, when it does, it's going to be fantastic. I have all these plans of things I want to do when I can see clearly once again. finally opportunities to get back into the workforce, make some moolah. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to expanding my social media footprint. Can't wait for that. Thinking of some angles, some different angles. I've seen a lot growing up here in Florida. Seen a lot of changes, seen a lot of crazy things over the years. Some things that I'm seeing now kind of breaks my heart. The way folks are trying to change Florida. You're not supposed to, when you move to a new place, you're not supposed to make it like the place you came from. Stay back where you came from if you want that. Leave Florida alone. Stop trying to change it. Go back to where you came from if you like it better there. I heard somebody on the news the other day, they had this big, I don't know, couture or whatever fashion show at the Ferrari dealership here in North Naples. The gal running that was so excited. Yeah, I want to make this just like New York City. Wow. That just sent a chill down my spine hearing that. No thank you. Oh well, I'm glad I'm 67. I love Florida. Stop trying to change it. What a beautiful, beautiful morning, huh? I think right here, the beach, this is one of the best parts of Florida, is our beaches. Our Everglades and our beaches. The Everglades are so cool. So many people forget about the Everglades. They come down, they hang out at the beach, hit all the golf courses, but they forget about the Everglades. You really need to go on a guided tour of the Everglades. Get on one of those excursions that they have. They take you out in a van. They take you all around. Get you out on a swamp buggy and airboat. The smaller the airboat that you can find, the smaller airboats are much better than the big giant airboats. And whatever you do, don't feed the alligators. You shouldn't have to be told that. But they love finger sandwiches, those alligators. But do visit our Everglades. It's a big part of Florida, and we're being destroyed. All of our wetlands. It's a shame. It's a shame how man just trashes everything. Not all men, not all people. Not a lot of people just don't even think twice about leaving their trash here on the beach. How could you just get up and go home and leave trash on the beach? Speaking of leaving things on the beach, you know our sea turtle nesting season's be upon us here before you know it. We are going to have our ladies coming up in the wee hours of the morning and depositing their eggs on the beach. So please, please, please fill in all your holes. Level all your sand castles. Pick up all your trash. No obstacles for our sea turtles, please. When you come to the park, please pay your entrance fees. I see so many people just walking right by that doggone pay station. Do the right thing, pay your fees, for crying out loud. I've heard some people's argument. To me sounds pretty ridiculous, but they're saying, why should I pay to come to the park when it's not even completely open? It's like, well, with people like you and an attitude like that, it'll never get completely open if you don't pay. What's wrong with some people? There's some people I wish would just stay home and not come out to our beach. I would make a horrible park ranger. It'd be a fun job, but I just would not be able to keep my mouth shut. So you know where we're at, right? We're just coming up into Area 5, up at the north end of the park by Wiggins Pass. There's our welcome sign, the crooked palm tree. Welcome to Area 5. Speaking of welcome to, a lot of you folks drive down here from up north. I don't know if the Florida welcome station, when you enter into the state of Florida, do they still give you free orange juice at the welcome station? That used to be a big thing when I was a kid. I had to stop and get that free orange juice. I don't even know if they do that anymore, if they even have a welcome station. That's something else. If you're a resident of the state of Florida, if you're ever up in Washington, D.C., it's not too far from the Capitol. It's called the Florida House. Each state has its little house. Go to the Florida House if you're a Florida resident. You show your ID to get in. You have to have like a Florida's driver's license or something to prove you're a resident. You go in, sit down in a nice cool air-conditioned room, and they give you free orange juice. Kind of fun, especially if you're up in DC in the summertime when it's hot and sticky. These clouds are thick this morning. We had, I don't know what, 3, 4 really nice, super sunny days. supposed to get sunny later today. The clouds in the morning, and then they're talking about mostly sunny in the afternoon. At least that's what the forecast was when I started this live feed. Who knows what it is now. Wiggins Pass just ahead of us. I didn't think I'd be walking up here this morning, but here I am. My feet just keep moving. It's like I have no control over them. I just start walking, and wherever these legs take me. Wiggins Pass. That's where we go out with Boat Naples on our Thursday evening sunset cruises. I'd love to see on board one of those with me. They are fun. Complimentary beer and wine, dog friendly. A lunch of Irish whiskey, sunset toast. The best part, you get to spend quality time with me. The best part is that beautiful Southwest Florida sunset. But you got to call Boat Naples to get on board that with us. You can visit their website, boatnaples.com, but you will not find our Southwest Florida television Thursday evening sunset cruises on their website. You have to call to make your reservation and get the price. It's a per person fare. They do offer private guided charter tours. Those are 2 or 4 hour tours, and that you pay for the entire boat for that period of time, and you can take up to 6 people with you, plus your fur baby. Those are a lot of fun if you want to take your family out or get a group of friends together. Mornings are great if you want to see dolphins. Mornings are usually a little better for dolphin watching. We do see them on occasion during our sunset trips. I'd say more often than not on our sunset cruises, but there's no guarantees. Well, we did it. We have walked the entire length of the beach at Delnor-Wiggins, that mile-long stretch of beach, on a partly cloudy, but yet still beautiful Monday morning in paradise. How about that? There's some water trapped back in there. This is by far my most favorite part of the park up here. Definitely worth that walk up the beach. Glorious, glorious, glorious. It's going to be a little while now before we get those super low tides in the morning where we can get out on those sandbars. You see our little feathered friends out there with us. Go back and watch yesterday morning's beach report. You'll see some of our little feathered friends that were down at Clam Pass in that video. Well, I kept my end of the bargain, my friends. Another beach walk. I hope you enjoyed it. If you appreciate my efforts, remember those tips are what keep me going. Without them, I cannot continue to come out here. I don't want to lose my beach and my beach family. Not looking to get rich, just looking to survive. Have one more day at the beach. Look for that link to my PayPal account and my Venmo account. Either one, there's no fees on your end. To send a little token of appreciation. You can find that in the description of this post. Easy to do. Consider me your tour guide in the morning. You should always tip your tour guide. Just like you tip your captain on a boat tour. Also, look for that link to my GoFundMe page. Help me achieve my dream of a clear view once again. Whew. Wouldn't that be fun? Won't that be awesome? A little breezy up here, a little breezier. Not too bad though. All right. That's going to do it for this morning's beach walk. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being a friend. Thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Be sure to tell your friends about our time together in the mornings. Invite them to tag along. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally-ho, my friends, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. And God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country. The place that I so proudly call my home. God bless America. One nation under God. Keep her in your prayers. Tally-ho. Tally-ho.